My name is Kefa Mangi, and I'm going to talk about drug addiction as a speech. Okay, well, as a matter of fact, we all know that addiction is a forcing need or a compulsive need for underuse of habit-forming substance. This, this need will be the use of a drug or drugs that one cannot do without for the normal function of his or her body system. Well, once somebody gets addicted, it psychologically affects him or her, and it remains in the mind and it keeps on driving him that he cannot do without it, or there is a need for him to use it for the normal functioning of his body. And without it, there won't be no normal functioning that can be achieved. Well, drugs and alcohol sometimes can negatively affect our families because they lead somebody to neglect his family and couples break up, and some people do pull away from each other just because they cannot do without the substance. Addiction usually or mostly starts at an early age, like adolescence or teenagehood, whereby one wants to know what to do with him, or he or she wants to know more about himself or herself. And this is a stage whereby teens or individuals meet, they share and discuss some issues, whether good or bad, and some tend to navigate it through bad ways of life. Well, addiction can also change one's life because without a drug, then you have to look for some ways of getting some money for its purchase. And it has led some individuals go back to stealing from their families or friends in order to help themselves with the drug. They can do whatever they can, or it's like a power to get a hold of a drug, in that they can also kill so that they can achieve the substance for the use in their system. Most people that use drugs have lost contact with their families and friends because they cannot think in the same line as they used to think before. Because once they do take the drugs, they think that they live in a different world. Some people do take drugs so that it can alleviate some stress from their. It can alleviate stress or an unpleasant feeling, thus rationalizing their use and make it look normal. Drug addiction's continued use has some negative impacts or consequences in that its dependency forces people to use it so much in spite of the problem of family and friends losing. They don't really care even if they lose them, but all that they care about is drug use, and they make them as immediate friend and families. That's after using the drug, they tend to make the drugs as their immediate families and friends. Drug addiction can also impact or has some consequences in that its dependency forces people to use it so much in spite of the problem of family and friends losing. There is no really cure for addiction except one has to kind of think of his whole life and try to kind of think about the kind of life that he is leading, losing family members, and such a consequences can make an individual look like it's not even fit in the community. Stopping drugs after using is so difficult because some people tend to be taken to kind of respite facilities or some programs for them to kind of cleanse the addictees from their system, or the drugs from their system. Well, thanks so much, and I hope we all understand that drugs can also affect the normal functioning of the system. So let's keep away from the use of drugs if we can seriously be able to do that. Well, I have another point that I have to add. Like, you can find some people they think that after using one drug, it kind of makes one to think that, like now, for example, some people are prone to using some Tylenol. It's like a drug. Some people tend to think that using that pill is, just trying to give an example. If one has a headache, without taking that drug, some people tend to think that, oh well, if I can't take this drug, then I can't be able to survive, or I can't be able to work normally. So addiction can lead one to lose the morale of thinking, and can lead you to get more addicted to one substance. Thanks, and thanks so much.